to the Father's Day edition of the Sunday Welcome to the Sideline Junkies in conjunction with Clear Production Sports. The guy to the south of us, the Midnight Rider, the ghost of the show, the big guy KG. I'm the Boss B. Happy Father's Day, fellas. Welcome to the show.
Same to you.
That's
Same
indeed.
to everyone watching. Let's go.
Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. As you can see, my background has been changing weekly. You can't really see it the way that I want to, but to honor, for those that don't know, to honor my father as well as BJ's father, because we share the same father. Our dad is up there, and that is John Shaft. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. Rest in peace, Dad. But gotta honor your dad, man. So we got our dad up here, and our dad's representing the day. Fellas, welcoming everybody to the Sunday Rise. Man, let me get this out the way real quick. WrestleManiacs did not go last night because, they take off for holidays. BJ don't allow us to take off for holidays, but the People's Choice Don Rodriguez let us take off. So the Nubian Sumo is still your reigning and defending picks champion. He won at Clash of the Castle last night, so he will be on cloud 11 for the next month or so until the next pay-per-view, because you will see the belt. It's only a matter of time before I get my belt back. But shout out to the Nubian Sumo. This is me acknowledging you as the champion, sir. Couple comments real quick. Xavier says happy Father's Day. Jojo says happy Father's Day as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jumping off in this thing first. Stanley Cup Finals Game 4. The Edmonton Oilers stave off a sweep. Somebody said they took the cartridge out and blew on it and then put it back in and it started working because they won 8-1 yesterday. Any thoughts on that right there? Because the Panthers had played solid the first 3 games, and we come into Game 4 and the doors just got blown off.
It's one. Count it. 1. O-N-E. 1. It's only one game, baby. You could be 8-1. It could be 9-1. It could be 21-1. It don't matter. It only counts as one game when we get to the end of the thing. And I think Dave Evans kind of said it. I think Connor McDavid said it in his press conference afterwards. I didn't get a chance to watch it live. I got a lot of highlights. And, I mean, it looked like they finally got a chance to get their offense to work. And Bob wasn't Super Bob yesterday. He was actually normal. He showed a little chink in the armor. Does that mean that, going into the next game, he's going to have the same chinks in the armor? No. And I love the Florida coach's press conference afterwards. He was very sarcastic, saying that it all changes once the puck drops. So when we get to the next game and the puck drops, everything that just happened or has happened becomes null and void. It's almost like he was quoting Ray Lewis.
Well, you got to give the other team didn't get there for no reason. But we always see, just like when we talk about the NBA Finals, we always see what team is kind of superior, what team has better weapons, the experience. And like the Midnight Rider said, one game, everybody gets to drop their guard one game. Florida had a bad game. They had how many good ones, though? How many, not just good ones, but we talking about dominant games. So kudos to Edmonton is sitting up in the seat and they're like, all right, let's play now. But it's too late. It's too little too late. The odds are against them. And Florida, the hockey they've been playing is just out of this world. And I expect them to finish this thing off.
McDavid had a goal. I think that was his first goal of the playoffs or the Stanley Cup Finals. That was his first goal of the series. Holloway had 2 goals. Janmark had a goal. Henrique had a goal. McLeod had a goal. Nugent Hopkins had a goal, and Nurse had a goal. Those are all your goals. They had The goalie had one goal, 33 save attempts. 32 saves at a 97% clip. For the Panthers, not so much. They had two goalies in the game, 16 saves for Stolars, and Bobrovsky had 11 saves. But Bobrovsky allowed 5 goals. Stolars allowed 3. So
yeah, once Bob got to a certain point, they just pulled Bob. Wasn't no need in Bob sticking around.
Game 5 will be on Tuesday.
It's the Lloyd Christmas game.
Yeah, and it's in Florida. So we'll see how that turns out.
Finito. Done.
So saying there's a chance.
Done. Finito.
So you're saying there's a chance.
I mean, you know what? We went to give the speech.
There's a gleam, man. There's a gleam. Let's get the gleam.
And you know what? That's a great segue because we talked about it before Game 4 of the NBA Finals. And I asked the Midnight Rider to go down to Dallas and tell the Dallas Mavericks, there is a gleam, man. There is a gleam. Let's find the gleam. Dallas must have found the gleam for Game 5. They stave off a sweep as well. 122-84 win. Jaylen Brown, they limited Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum to a combined 25 points, 15 for Tatum, 10 for Brown. Horford only gave you 3. Holiday gave you 10, Pritchard 11, Hauser 14. Those are your scores in double figures. Now for the Mavericks, Luka gave you 29, Kyrie 21, 11 from Lively, 10 from Exum, 15 from Tim Hardaway Jr., who must have heard what y'all said about him not showing up.
No,
I thought Kyrie had 31 or 33.
Who had 33?
I thought Kyrie had 30 something.
Nah,
I thought he had. Yeah, I thought he had because he was under his prop. Him and Luka. I know that. I know. I mean, I know. Lucky guess, you know. Nah, you know what Tim Hardaway Jr. heard? Probably his pappy getting in his shit. That's probably what he got.
Obviously they found the gleam for Game 5. Can they find can Edmonton and the Dallas Mavericks find the gleam for Game 6?
You mean Game 5, brother?
Game 5. I'm sorry, Game 5. Can they? Well, shoot, they need to find the gleam for Game 5 and Game 6.
If you're listening to the schedules we put out in this show, you're missing games. So yeah, we got double check ourselves, boy.
We noticed that the other night. I was like, why am I getting updates for a game and not till Monday? I had to call B. I was like, B, we said the game was on Monday. He was like, I guess it's the night.
As soon as he said that, I went to Bleacher Report, and you know the crazy thing, you know how you might have a small problem. I said, damn, it ain't good to put no bets in.
That's it, baby.
Damn.
I think I noticed it at 7:40. I was like, why? TMBA on
15-17. What?
Yeah, okay. Guess I'm not watching SmackDown tonight.
It's weird that they're giving the updates on the reruns. This is weird.
And then last night for me, it was just the opposite because it was like Edmonton versus Florida. But the way it read on my thing, it was reading like it was a replay. So I'm like, all right, never mind. Meanwhile, all night long, scores are going. But I was tired. I was busy yesterday, so it didn't even matter.
So what did you guys think about Game 4? Did you I think the Mavericks must have heard us because
there's a gleam, man.
They just came out, they shot well, they actually played well. They actually got the lead, they were the aggressors, and I think that was the biggest change. Like sometimes you gotta be the aggressor. You have to dictate the tempo and make the other team uncomfortable. Because when you don't do that, they get to live freely, especially their reserves. I think I saw a stat where Pritchard is like 1 for 13 from 3. So they're getting some of that back now. But the problem is, I think they just waited too long. I think the game that's going to kill them and forever haunt them is game 2. They're going to sit there and look at game 2 and realize their season changed by not taking advantage of Boston in game 2.
I think the biggest thing is the supporting cast. I mean, I know Kyrie kind of took a dump in the first 2 games, but Luka and Kyrie, your 2 main people, can only do so much. You have to have some help, and Boston has had help in their 3 wins. They've had a team effort all across the board, and the Mavericks have been that random code you get, that misfire code on your engine. You don't know who you had to plug it up and figure out who it is, and it's spark plug number 1. We know who's been missing. It's like one example has been Tim Hardaway Jr. He came to play, average rolling. And it's like, can they do that a couple more games? I mean, it's kind of too little, too late now. You know, it is what it is. They're going back to Boston for the next game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
They would do the 1-1-1 now.
1-1-1. Yeah, go ahead and, you know, hopefully they airmail DHL the Mavericks championship T-shirts overseas, whatever third world country they're gonna go to. And they're stitching. I know, man. You know, sometimes. Oh. Never mind. I know what that was. I'll explain later. But yeah, then they're stitching at Boston's banner now. So
we're looking at Monday for game 5.
Are you sure?
I'm
Are we
sure.
positive?
Tomorrow, 8:30. That's when it is.
Okay, so I got time to put my props in.
Yes. Now, here's something that I noticed. And it's one of those things that you don't notice until somebody says it. But I've been looking at rebounding numbers over the past few weeks of the playoffs. I can honestly say rebounding is dead. When you have power forwards and centers that are not getting double-digit rebounds, game after game after game, like playoff basketball, I'm not an old man shaking his fist at the cloud, but I've seen playoff basketball where you got centers maybe only scoring 10 points, but pulling down 20 boards, 15 boards. You know, we used to say, oh, this guy's a 20 and 20 a night guy. Derek Coleman was a 20 and 10 guy. Shaq was a 20 and 20 or 25 and 20 for most of his career.
30 and 15?
Yeah, he could do it all. But I'm noticing nobody pulls down double-figure rebounds anymore. It's like when the ball goes up, everybody peels out and starts running up court. I've seen point guards pull down what I always talk about when I talk about Ross Strickland. I've seen him do it night in and night out in Washington. 35 points, 17 rebounds, 12 assists. I've seen him do these type of numbers. I've seen this dude get 17 rebounds because, you know, they long rebounds. He grabbing them and he gone up the court. That's why I love Ross Strickland so much. Because just the way he played the game.
You would think that the rebounding would have today's game would have benefited the centers and the forwards because they shoot so much more. But what you just said about the guards, you got a lot of long rebounds because you got a lot of long shots. So those rebounds, the traditional inside the key Jordan fadeaway, the kind of the game we grew up in the 80s and 90s, a lot of them rebounds are bouncing out. So you got Kyrie getting 7, 8, 9 boards or a triple-double. You got Luka getting 10 rebounds. It's not the same game. I mean, I hope. I know you know Mr. Dennis Rodman Jr. over there, you know, but it's not the same game.
Yeah, nobody scores 2 points and pulls down 20 boards. Nobody goes a stretch with a 3-game stretch where they pull down 65 boards and score no points. You know, nobody does that. There are no, and this is why I say if you got somebody that's well-rounded, they could dominate the NBA. When I say well-rounded, I'm talking about they have a penetration game where they can penetrate and kick or penetrate and score. They have a mid-range game. They can shoot the 3, but then they can also rebound. and they play great defense. That's somebody that could take over the NBA, but it'll be too boring for anybody to ever realize it. Because they'll be too fundamental. And that's me on my soapbox. Let me go ahead and get up off of it. But predictions for Game 5, fellas, you think it's going to be a gentleman's sweep?
I think Dallas may have one more bullet in the chamber. But if you're watching the game and it's like middle of the third quarter and you hear 1, 2, 3 Cancun, then you know we in trouble. We're not getting to Game 6.
Well, let me throw this stat out there first. The team, this is one of the largest margins of victory for a team in the NBA Finals. And on the other end, I think the team that loses with that large of a loss is 0-68 in that series in the playoffs, and they never win the championship. And being up 3-0, it was like so many things. No team has ever come back from 0-3 to win a series. No team has ever won a series after losing by the amount of points. I think they lost by 38?
Yeah.
No team has ever come back to win a series after losing by 38 plus points. So either way, you're going to see history in the making, no matter who wins this series. Now, I do remember a certain time when I think the Bulls beat the Jazz by 56 in Chicago. And then the Jazz came back and beat our ass in Utah. They administered a clinical ass whooping too. And I'm not saying that's going to happen with the Celtics, but I said it before and I'll say it here live. If you're watching Game 5, which is in Boston, and about the third quarter, you start smelling a sweet cigar, go ahead and cancel Christmas because Red just lit up. He just lit up his cigar. They get ready to hang number 18. So, B, are you taking the Celtics or the Mavericks Game 5?
I'm taking the Celtics to finish it off. It's just like the Midnight Rider said. The Mavericks had their chances and they just kind of fell by the wayside. And this is one of them things where this ain't the regular season where you will see them again later. I mean, you have to everybody have to come to play. And the Mavericks just they haven't been on the same page. And we talked about a couple things that was wrong with them. Luka's weight, Luka's defensive presence. I'm surprised Mr. Historian here hasn't brung up the comments made about Kyrie Irving.
I have.
Did you?
Yeah.
When?
Oh, I did that right in the beginning. And I was like,
Tuesday show.
Everybody's been praising him about, oh, he's just so good and this, that, and that. No. And I said it then and I'll say it again. Let your apology be as loud as your disrespect. Because
no, that's just basketball. This on the basketball forefront. Is he right?
But the disrespect, the disrespect was on basketball as well. It was off the court. And Stephen A. Smith, to be one that has dogged Kyrie for so long, now you praising him? Nah. Get back up off the NUTs, man. No.
Back up off the what?
Back up off the NUTs.
I thought it was TTS.
But I've been talking about that, but I've been talking about that, till I'm blue in the face because everything that Kyrie went through, everything that he went through, he's a malcontent. Oh, he's an anti-Semite. He's this. He's a cancer. He's that. Now it's like, oh my God, Kyrie is just like one of the best players in the world, and like him and Luka got to be probably the best backcourt of all time. No, stop it. Keep that same hate that you had when you hated this game before. Keep that same energy. Keep it. Don't switch up now. And we got a wardrobe change.
Yeah, man. Sorry.
Oh, man.
He went in the phone booth, turned into Super Dad.
Hey, man.
JoJo say she got the Celtics in Game 5. Now, let's jump onto a serious topic because this came out and people are talking about it, but not enough people are talking about it. Former Illinois guard Terrence Shannon was found not guilty of rape.
Brian.
He was accused back in 2023. Let me get this right. What's said is that in the early mornings of Saturday, September 9th, 2023, following the Pride Days Kansas-Illinois football game, Shannon allegedly penetrated a woman with his fingers at the Jayhawk Cafe. Months later, on December 27th, Shannon was arrested on a warrant issued by the Douglas County District Attorney for the charge of rape, sexual intercourse without consent, and use of force against a victim. Now, he wound up posting bail and getting out, but I think he served a 6-game suspension. Then when he came back, he wound up dealing with chance of no means no. It really hurt his draft stock because I think he was going to be, I'm not a lottery pick, but I think he was going to be a first-round pick. And it really hurt his draft stock. No bar employees, security staff, friends, or roommates other than the accused's best friend were interviewed. The police took surveillance footage from the Jayhawk Cafe. However, the spot where the alleged crime took place occurred off camera. The accuser's drinking the night of the incident also varied between what she told police and what was filed in her sexual assault exam report, but the police did not seek receipts to verify. After completing the sexual assault exam the following day, the victim and her friend returned to Jayhawk Cafe one night after the incident took place. You had a couple of Kansas players, Kevin McCullough and Hunter Dickinson, as well as a graduate assistant, Deshaun Hobson, and Illini player Justin Harmon testified that they did not witness Shannon interact with any women the night of the incident. So on the 2nd of May, DNA results released through a hearing by Shannon's defense. Most of the DNA samples were unusable, and one sample contained a mixture of at least 3 males, while ruling Shannon out. On the 13th, he was acquitted on both charges. What's not being said is that there was a group text that was leaked, and one friend sent the article of him being charged and everything. The best friend said, "You got him." The accuser said, "Yup," with the $ emojis. Gentlemen, I'll let you take over first. Start with the boss, BJ. Go with the Midnight Ride, and then I'll finish up. Your thoughts on this?
It's disgusting, man. It's tiresome. And, we say all the time that, these young men out here have to be careful of how they go about living a life, especially when they're in the limelight. But it's you really, you don't want to live in a bubble. You don't want to tell your players that they can't go out, they can't do this, that, and the other, but you really have, and, we're just talking about this situation right now. So you really have women out here that are just looking at $. But it's not going to change until the laws change. And this young lady, her name is going to stay hidden, which it shouldn't be. It should be put out there. They should make a some type of offender list for these type of instances where you can go online and you can look near you of women that have done this. In this instance, where it's blatantly proven to be a complete lie. Okay? There should also be jail time. Whatever he was facing for the accusations that you made, the false accusation that you made, you should have to serve that. Like, enough is enough. But what's going to happen is she's going to go into the abyss. Nobody's going to know who she is. And now you have, and it's plenty of them out there like this. Now you have what's going to be her next victim. What state she going to go to next and do the next thing? It's sad. It really is. It's sad. It's heartbreaking for him because luckily for him in this instance, he got proven innocent before the draft, before things happened that really would have affected his career. But now he has, I mean, you know how mentally damaging that is? No means no chance. Like, and we're just talking about the chance we know about. We're not talking about what was said walking to the tunnel, what was said out in the open, if he could even go out in public anymore after that.
We're not talking about the text messages.
We're not talking about the text messages.
The tweets.
It's easy. It's the tweets, the social, because it's easy to get somebody's number now. The random text messages you get, you're there, you're that. Not talking about any of that he had to go through. The football player, they got his was it Oakman? They got his life ruined. And it's just I don't get, like I said, we're not talking about the what you call them, the Buffalo, the punter they drafted from the Chiefs. Yeah. Like it's something has to be done that discourage this. And I understand we got to get to a couple comments, KG, because JoJo got some points. You're on mute, buddy.
Damn.
I'll stay mute.
Oh boy.
Monica,
now the show's official. Now we're officially on air.
JoJo said it's sad because people like her is why people don't believe women who are really sexually assaulted or raped. She need to be locked up, and men still I don't be pushing for the laws to be changed.
Anything else?
That was it.
So JoJo kind of echoed my sentiments. I think the person I feel bad for is the person that will be considered crying wolf when something actually happens, because we have now a precedent of incidents where these have been either money grabs or scorn women or whatever the situation is. And that's the part where I am bothered a little bit more than anything else. Because the person that actually is traumatized and is suffering may not get her story heard. And that's going to be something that, is going to affect people in the long run. I think the kid struggled and he suffered through a lot. And, with the social media world we have, is proven until we hear what they said you did, not proven innocent until proven innocent. So they'll jump to conclusions. They'll say everything. They'll send you whatever. And it's just a Travis sham mockery. I think we're at a point now where something does have to be done on the other side, so that way we protect both sides. Because in this situation, both people become victims. And that's what you got to think about. The victim isn't just the person that the crime happened to. It's also a victim that was falsely accused. And that's the part where we as a society has to understand. And like sometimes we got to stop jumping to conclusions and taking news on its face. Like I watched back our show last week and we were talking about, I think I mentioned a comment where I thought I saw something where Kyrie Irving was out for personal reasons. And I was like, yeah, we got to fact check it. And like, sometimes I don't know if we fact check some of these accusations enough before we start accusing these guys, before we start condemning these people for what actually happened. And that's where the justice has to come in. Is sometimes we live in such a microwave world that we can't just press the popcorn button and condemn somebody.
I'll say this. You look at this as a whole. And the thing is, even though Terrence Shannon Jr. was found not guilty, he's still going to have that tag of rapist on him. Even though he didn't do anything wrong. Same thing with Matt Ariza and quite a few others. You still got to walk around with that tag. Think about this. Take it to Kobe. Kobe's trial ended in, he was not convicted. Nothing. He admitted he had sex with the girl, but he didn't take it. Right? For the rest of his life, he was still labeled a rapist. Even in death, Gayle King decided to bring that up. What do you think about Kobe being a rapist? Do you think that was true? Like, why was that your first go-to question? And it's always going to be there. But the person that made the false allegations gets to live life free. The young lady that accused Brian Banks of raping her and cost him his whole entire career. Whole career. No remorse. Yeah, she felt remorse for a little bit, but then, what happened? Oh, she got to pay back $1.3 million that she probably is never going to pay back to the state.
That's where remorse came in.
Nothing happened. So it's just and I agree with you, Midnight Rider. You got to start fact checking these things, and we've gotten to a point when you hear something, it don't matter what kind of legal proceeding it. No, I gotta hear the facts before I jump to conclusions, because you'll jump to conclusions like, oh, they did this, and then all of a sudden, body cam footage come out, and you like, damn, it didn't happen like that. No, you got to wait for all the facts to come out. So you can't jump to conclusions. You got to see it from different angles and everything. We are in a technological age where everything is being recorded. In some way, shape, or form, it's being recorded. So it's a sad world to live in. But what JoJo said was absolutely right. What about the women that are actually going through these things and they're speaking out, and it's like, you sure about that? That everybody kind of give them the side eye. Really? Oh no. This happens so much. That's where we've become now, because you have so many false allegations. The real ones are getting swept up in that falsehood, and it's not really, it's not good. It's not conducive for anybody.
You remember that skit where what was it? It was Dave Chappelle's show, and he was talking about how it was hard to make black people think that somebody did the crime, and like there was a specific. He was talking about, he was on the stand, and they were like, "So do you think it was R. Kelly that peed on the girl or whatever?" And he was like, "Maybe it was CGI." And like there was a pee that came out while he was doing the testimony. Like that's how I feel sometimes we get with people. Like you're finding reasons, you're finding thoughts to kind of start doubting what's going on. And sometimes almost the burden of proof becomes bigger because we've been victimized by people crying wolf.
Yeah. And in that same skit, they asked him, did Robert Blake did it? What'd he say? Beretta did that shit.
Yeah.
Xavier says, what about Rashee Rice with the accident on the highway? Rashee Rice did that shit.
Yeah. I don't know what you want to say.
That's all you can say. Only shining thing came out of that, nobody lost their life.
And he was doing 120. That's a shocker that them people was able to walk out of that car.
I'm not gonna get into that, but JoJo said men need to hell, honestly. Agreed, men and the true victims who are raped are getting hurt by women like her. Yeah. People are losing careers and everything, but you got celebrities that are doing things, and then you have people. When it comes to celebrities, you have people that worship these celebrities to the point that they'll destroy you because you don't believe a celebrity, something happened to a celebrity. They'll dox you and find out where you work at and everything and send, you got your own business. They will send bad reviews because you don't believe something a celebrity said. Not going to mention the celebrity's name, but they get upset when you say, yeah, I don't believe that happened. I think she lying. Oh, you're misogynistic and this, that, and other. We're going to find out where you work. We're going to tell your boss about you. But it's just the world we live in now. I digress. Moving on to something a little bit. Huh?
You said that girl had 3 other.
Yes.
Man, they might have to call her Mini Men.
She had 3 other, and if you remember in the Kobe case, she had 7 other DNAs.
Woo.
So.
Sorry. Your wife must have said something.
Yeah, she did. She quoted a Junkyard song. I'm trying to smash. I don't know about y'all. What y'all trying to do? Lose booty.
I was gonna say something, but I'm gonna keep it good for the show. I was gonna say something. Yeah.
Note.
Hold up, was last night's game in Edmonton?
Yes.
Then we got to scour the internet because there were 8 goals. 8 goals means 8 things might have happened.
Yeah. Yeah, boy. No bullshit. On a brighter note, Commanders, don't you just feel good? Like I'm feeling so optimistic, you know.
Crowd screaming out, "We want that!" Those haters can't stand us. Left hand up. Who are we? The Commanders.
Shout out DJ Woody. Oh, goody. But I'm happy about this because I'm loving the way the front office is looking. I'm loving the way that they just doing things. And they're practicing in shells. And everybody's getting excited about Jaden Daniels. But I feel like Doc Walker, it's easy to play catch. But when them live bullets flying, I need to see what you're doing there. But I'm still excited about his mechanics, how he practiced, him getting in the building, him and McCaffrey getting in the building at 5:45 to watch film and go through things. Like, yo, that makes me feel good because that's all I've ever asked for a young guy to take this serious and say, you know what, I'm going to show up at 5:45. You know, I don't have to be here till 7. I'm going to show up at 5:45, get some extra work in. I'm going to stay late, get some extra work in so I can be the best at my job.
Wait. You're talking about this off of just minicamp?
It's a change.
You talking about minicamp?
You're not understanding what I'm saying. I'm not saying
No.
I'm gonna step off. I'm stepping off.
I'm getting to a point. You didn't watch Commander's Log.
I haven't got all of it done.
Okay, see. I'm sorry. If you've watched this show to any extent during any point during draft season, I know a guy that talks about having a type. And if you ain't got a type, you got a problem. I know this guy very well. And then fit. Talking about how guys fit into your system. I watched Commander's Log. It is one of the best productions this team has put out in a long time. Actually, I probably have watched it way too many times already in the 3-day time period. I think I'm at double digits now, KG. I get so... Oh, man. When I hear Joe Witt come in the room and they talking about drafting Johnny Newton, and he's like, that guy fits in our defense. We can do great things with him. Oh, my gosh. I almost turned into the coach from the Waterboy. You know what I'm talking about? The one that don't speak good English. I turn to him sometimes.
The did.
Yeah, but I turn to him. I'm trying to manage my expectations. but because what I hear and the actions are matching what I hear and what I believe, I'm excited. I'm super excited.
I took what you were saying as something else because you was like, you getting excited off of minicamp? It's just minicamp. That's the way I took it. But no, I've been excited since watching this front office take over and prepare for the draft. And then they're putting out all the videos of what happened in the war room and how Howie Roseman tried to fleece Adam Peters. Adam Peters like, yeah, I'm not going for that. What's wrong with you? We're not doing that.
See, that's why I was trying to gather information.
Yeah.
And this is where I wanted to be at. So, like, yeah, I think. What?
It's a whole. It's the whole.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure where you was going. I was trying to stay PG. No, but seriously, it's just one of those things, man. I just was trying to. When I watched it, now I've got measured expectations because, like I tell y'all all the time, I go back and I watch. If I watch the All In from Philly, one of the first episodes I watch are any games, including Washington, because I watch them because I see where this team has, in the years past, let people off the hook. When I watch quarterbacks, I do the same thing. I watch episode 2 for the Kirk Cousins and the Deron Payne hitting Kirk Cousins on the backside saying, you'll be all right. And I remember this team being up 17-7, but they lose 20-7. This team, the last 4 years, has failed to execute in important situations. And I don't think that doesn't change because I hear the words I want to hear from the war room or the draft board or all that stuff. But I have hope. And that's all I want is hope.
Boss, you got anything to add?
Absolutely not. I'm not keeping up with you, mother. Absolutely not. I'm trying to figure out what my Bills are doing.
Did you get a puffy coat?
A what?
One of the puffy coats, like Keon.
Oh, no. I thought you were going somewhere completely different. Whoa. Yeah, so we're going somewhere completely. I was like, oh, what?
Hold on. You talk about Keon Coleman, right? The look that I just
God, no. Now I think I know what you thought you heard.
Yeah.
Whoa. Take that.
The look I just got from the kitchen when you say Keon Coleman, that has to be my wife's new favorite player. Like I said, he is the darling of the draft. I wish that dude nothing but success. I hope his first year he has 120 catches, 1,300 yards, and 17 touchdowns.
Oh man, bad boy.
Nah. Look, he's coming into a good situation where they got multiple weapons. He doesn't have to come in and be the number one guy. He actually, if he's patient, he can develop into that. He doesn't have to come into that role. Don't forget, we drafted a tight end number 1 that he's going to get way more workload. You got a veteran wide receiver we just got from y'all, Curtis Samuel. You got a guy in Shakir that's coming in ready to take more of the role. He's, by his draft, he, come in and produce. But I keep saying this, and I know people, if you just go back and look at the numbers, I believe this Bills wide receiving core, the receiving core, period, with the tight ends has gotten better. Addition by subtraction. And I'm not just talking about Diggs. I'm talking about Gabe Davis. I believe they've gotten a ton better where they're going to line up and you got guys that can do different things, across the board. Gabe Davis was a one-trick pony. If he wasn't beating somebody deep, he's, it's nothing there. Stephon Diggs, unless you're throwing him 25 balls a game, he ain't productive. You heard it here first. But yeah, enough Bills talk. This is too early for this. We got a comment we need to get to.
Yes, indeed. Thanos. Ross says, "Hey guys, I'm out, but I wanted to wish you guys a happy Father's Day. God bless and protect you all. Happy Father's Day to you too, Ross.
Happy Father's Day, Ross.
And I got to find out your schedule because
you gotta take a seat. You gotta hop in.
We got it, man. Can you imagine a show with him and Gentleman Jack? We need to carve out 2 hours for that. That's all I'm saying. Because that's a conversation that we gonna need to have.
It'll get there.
Because the historical things we can throw out, and that's the Midnight Rider might be like,
oh no. I'm gonna tell you right now, I might have something for you, KG. I might be able to get us an interview, and if I can get this, just tell me I'm your favorite person in the world. It's a guy that played for the 76ers. I think his name is Gene Banks. Does that sound right?
76ers, Gene Banks. Sounds familiar.
He's off the late 70s team. I think it's Gene Banks. I can't remember the name exactly. But last night when I went to my buddy's Juneteenth celebration, and this is another guy we might want to get. My friend's father-in-law is this guy Mel Parker. And Mr. Parker is a Philadelphia sports historian pretty much. He was actually good friends with Randall Cunningham, and my best friend's wife and her little brother were able to go to a bunch of Philadelphia games. So, and he's in contact with Randall Cunningham all the time. And he's in contact with some old 76ers. So I talked to him yesterday. He said, if I want to, or if we want to, we can try to work something out with him, have a conversation maybe with him or with Gene.
Most definitely.
So we just gotta work the phone lines, and we'll see what happens.
Most definitely work that out. Now, before we get out of here, by being Father's Day, what you eat?
Ooh, I don't know. I can't even lie to you today because I'm not in control of the menu. Like the wardrobe change was because I'm going to a Father's Day event. I'm not going to play 9 holes of golf. I can see right now by the way this looks, I might be trying to get my Tiger Wish He Could. Shout out to Kenyon Coleman. On, but I'm not. I got an event I'm going to, and the event's only like 5 minutes from my house, so I'm good there. And then after that, when I come home, we're having I think they're grilling food out or whatever here. So I don't know exactly what is what, but I'm gonna eat good today. After eating good yesterday. Because like I said, my buddy had his Juneteenth celebration and he had short ribs, jerk chicken, macaroni and cheese, collard greens, string beans. There was a fruit salad. What else was there? There was fried fish. There was, I think that's all the food items. There was a bar downstairs with the annual Juneteenth juice.
Ho. Explain Juneteenth juice, please. I'm very interested.
So it's a concoction my boy came up with, and it's purposely made to kind of have a red hue or red color, so that way we stick into the red, black, and green concepts of the African flag.
Pan-African.
Right. And the other reason he does it, the celebration, is because like we feel like we celebrate Cinco de Mayo, we'll be in a bar for St. Patrick's Day. Why not be an event for our people? So that's kind of what he does. He does a program in the middle of it. So we got there yesterday like at 1. I found out that Arlington County actually will provide you a DJ for a party or an event.
For Juneteenth?
Huh?
Or just period?
for Arlington Parks and Rec, they provide a DJ. I don't know the extent of it. I just know the two gentlemen DJing last night had Arlington County Parks and Rec on their shirts.
Fancy.
So they were DJing the event. They DJ'd from probably 12 to about 8.
Damn, I live in the wrong county.
And then we had this magician come in, and you know me, I'm like, you don't do whatever, dog. So I saw a couple of the tricks. I was like, all right, whatever. So I got mad because he was talking. He did this trick with a dice, and he was like, you put the dice under your hand, and you answer a couple questions, and he'd be like, all right, and he guessed with the dice showed at the top. So I'm thinking, I got this dude. Put my hand over the joint. He's like, yeah, you got 3. Like, get out of here, dog. So, yeah, it's always I'm telling you right now, it's one of the best spectacles, one of the great events of the calendar for me. We sit out, we talk. It's the same crew every year. So for us, it's almost like a family reunion without us being family. We have that as our family kind of get together. So yesterday I left a little bit early because Josh kind of is in that range where he's not a kid anymore and he's not an adult just yet. So he's got that weird window where it's like him and like maybe 1 or 2 other kids that are like 18, 19.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Oh, then I had fun last night because I forgot about this. Last night, I'm hanging out and I'm decided to go to my little corner liquor store, and I see cars shooting out of the parking lot, only to realize that they tried to rob the store, not the liquor store, but the corner market. And somebody got shot. I don't know if the person lived or didn't live. We'll probably see it on the news. And I'm literally just walking in like like nothing's going on. But then I see them jump in the cars. It's like, I hope they don't hit the car. And then like when I walk in the store, everybody in the store is like shook because I guess 10 minutes earlier. And this is how God works and life works. Like I'm 10 minutes from like them shooting up the place next door to us. And like everybody was on the floor. So yeah, yesterday was a fun day.
Wow.
Jeez.
Jeez.
How do you transition? Go ahead, Ernie. Nah, but not. For what I know, only if there was one victim. But yeah.
Well,
one victim is always too many. But yeah.
BJ, what you eating? For lunch.
The wife is cooking breakfast right now, and then I'll be off to work, and that'll probably be it for me today until I get home. You know, I'm on a strict eating regimen, so don't eat too much during the day. So yeah, I'll have some breakfast, get down what I can get down, and then maybe some Royal Farms tenders later on. You know what? Let me tell you this story. We went past Royal Farms last night. This is the first time I've ever seen it. All the screens are blanked out. There's no food there. You know where the chicken and stuff would be and all the nothing. They took everything out. I don't know what happened. I've never seen that before. So maybe I'll go get some tonight.
Which Royal Farms is that?
Hey, JoJo, that's a yes. Yes, the one by us. So when you go to the little corner store, not the liquor store, but the corner store, the glasses shot out.
Which Royal Farms is that, B?
Laurel.
I don't know. Maybe they finally changing their grease or something because,
or something went bad, or something got contaminated, and they had to shut everything down.
What is it in Laurel? Have you done the Jamaican? There's a Jamaican spot in like downtown Laurel.
Main Street.
Yeah.
Damn, have I been there?
Because we were supposed to do a all in sports and food from there, and we didn't because we couldn't get the schedules right.
I don't think I may have picked up from there. I don't think I've been there though.
Okay.
Speaking of which, I need a good Jamaican spot that does everything. I got one by my house because they got this callaloo and saltfish that every time I go in there to pick up, I'm like, oh my God, I just need a bowl of that. It just looks so good and it smells great. And they make it fresh. So, but I need a Jamaican spot that does everything. So I'm talking oxtails, I'm talking beef patties, cocoa bread, the works. I need everything. So
since we're giving food places shout outs, D City Smokehouse. It's on Good Hope Road now and on Florida Avenue. They have 2 locations. The one I get my food from happens to be the one on Good Hope. I think it's considered now Marionberry Avenue or whatever. The chick set me up lane. However you want to refer to it.
Mayor for life, dog. Don't disrespect.
Yeah,
You know what would be cool if at wherever that street sign is, if they had a button for that sign. That would be. Oh, you talking about tourism? Oh my goodness!
You said you mean the one that's right at the corner of Florida and Georgia?
I don't know the exact. I've never been to it.
Okay, it's the way.
So I know B. Mitch and Finley. I think they did a show from there, or it was either Grant and Danny. One of them did a show from there, and I think also what's his name? Linnell and Denton Day did their one of the draft shows from there. So
okay.
It's on Florida Avenue. If it's Florida and Georgia, sure. I don't want to give out exact addresses.
If I'm not mistaken, that's right there across the street from the Crank Corner.
Okay.
For those who don't know, that's Florida and Chuck Brown Way.
Oh boy.
Damn, dog. That's
disrespect.
Just all in the disrespect. All in the camera.
I'm joking like yo.
Now you're thinking, KG. You're thinking of the Half Smoke joint that's on.
Okay, then I'm thinking of Half Smoke. Okay,
that's on. That's
on that corner.
This is second. This is second in Florida.
Okay,
yeah, this is D City Smokehouse.
Yeah.
Okay, I apologize.
Because at first I was calling it DC City Smoke, but the way they freaked the name is D City, but of course the C in the city is capitalized.
Yeah. JoJo say I'm heading to 250 Barbecue out Highsville now. Check them out. This spot was on Fox 5. That's a joint in Riverdale.
Go ahead, KG.
Nah, I'm gonna let JoJo make her own decision on that one because I ate there. JoJo, hit the chat once you get it. Let me know what you think. But I've ate there with my wife. I'm just gonna say I ate there. I ain't gonna say nothing else.
You know what? When we do this, I think sometimes it turns into like what's that dude? Chime Time, or the other people that eat at places. Like sometimes you don't get their best.
Yeah.
But I know 2 weeks ago I went to Blue Waters and partook or ate a crab cake from them. My God, it was just like heaven.
I bet.
Man, and then I had to I'm probably hitting that next week when I get paid. I gotta hit some of these bets.
Whatever you do, don't get a crab cake from Blue Dolphin. That's all I'm gonna say. But
whoa! I won't take this slander, sir.
Nah,
they got some. They have. You might have caught them on a bad day, dog.
Caught them on a bad, bro.
Nah, I've been several times. Those are very, very mid crab cakes.
Have you had their crab balls?
No. Once I got the crab cake, big. Now my hands are big. I had a crab cake, 2 crab cakes this big. I cut into the crab cake, separated it. It was nothing but filler and with the little spots of meat. I was so disappointed. My wife got 2 pork chops that were beautifully made. Beautiful. Her food was absolutely beautiful and delicious. My crab cakes, not so much.
I think you need to. Hold on, time out. because I have coworkers that
physical in this joint, boy.
that when they go, they get the crab balls and the crab balls, I think it's steak or whatever. However they do it. But I've had several of the crab balls. Pause. And it's been a great meal, dog.
No,
Like I just get one, and it's been, for lack of a better term, meaty. I don't know what else to say.
here's the thing. If I want a crab cake,
Oh man.
if I want a crab cake and I don't want to drive far for it, make sure it's in season. I go right on Marlboro Pike, Crab Line. Probably one of the best crab cakes I've ever had, ever.
I thought you were gonna say Nemo's.
No, sir.
You know what we
Nemo's
need to do?
closed, and it's great. I'm glad it closed because it smelled like dead bodies over there.
You know what we need to do? We need to try to get with the big dog, find a place, go live from that place in like one of the corners of the building, and like kind of review their food. I don't want to steal their concept of sports and food, but we need to do, like, I think the whole group needs to do a sports and food kind of a show.
I would love to do that.
Okay.
Since we're giving shout outs, we go to this place called Crab Galley. It's one in Bowie and it's one in Odington. Crab cakes.
Now,
All right.
it's okay. Since you, if you feeling like you want to drive,
Oh,
I take
boy,
you-
here we go.
take you down
wanna
Dennis
take us
Point.
to Bumblefuck.
Nope, I'll take you down Dennis Point. And
Dennis
we can go
Point.
to Captain Pat's.
What the hell is Dennis Point?
It's down by Point Lookout,
What's Point Lookout?
the lighthouse on the peninsula of Maryland.
You said that with so much disrespect and disdain in your heart.
Yeah,
because-
like you should know where that is.
It's a historical
Right,
spot.
exactly.
I know where it's at. I put it this way: it's in St. Mary's County. I've driven down there so many times, and not too far away from there is where Scott Hall is buried. That's why I know where it's at.
I gotta hop out, fellas. I'm running late for something.
Yeah, you
For
are.
everybody, thank you for your time, JoJo. Hit us up. Actually, what do we have Tuesday?
We got a list.
the-
Not me.
well, okay, that's not important.
We got a
we got
list.
the top 5. We got the top 5. I think it's fictitious characters or whatever.
Yeah,
All right, yeah.
and make sure we got to put that in the group today so everybody can get their list together.
Can
Fictitious
you do?
characters.
I also posted today that scene from South Park that I talked about
I
last
saw
week,
that. I saw that.
where Cartman was talking about the NCAA.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't checked it out, please check it out. It's hilarious. It's one of the best bits they've done. So all the fathers, happy Father's Day to you guys. Happy Father's Day. Diversify your bonds. I'm out.
Oh, they gonna get you for that. Jojo said, "I like D City Smokehouse just a bit. A fan of the Mac." She said she hopes she can make it. I hope so too. Edwin Garrett says, "Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to you too, brother."
Happy Father's Day.
But as far as what I'm eating today, we got ham, candy yams, fried cabbage. What else she in there making? Ham, candy yam, fried cabbage. Oh, we got some corn yesterday. We got corn in the cob, man. But yeah, this is one of them joints I wish we had the grill, man. Because I'd be like, hey, I just got 8 ears of corn for $2, man. We can go back and go get another 8. Like we just wash them things and season them up real good. Put the husk back on them and put them on the grill. But that's what we doing for dinner today. But yeah. Man, y'all got me thinking about food and seafood now. Now I'm ready to ride out. But let's wrap this thing up because I know B, you got to get out of here too. So I ain't gonna hold you too long either. Last but not least, I'm not sure if anybody watched the fight last night. Tank Davis, Frank Martin. My wife is a big Tank Davis fan, so she was really, really happy about that. She was a little upset he played with him in the early rounds because he wasn't fighting an active fight. But I told her, I was like, he building up steam because he filling them out. And when that uppercut came and he dropped that hammer, old boy was sick and sleep. So can I get a quick review of said fight? Come.
I will not come on camera. I will not do that.
Okay. She's gonna do audio.
I thought honestly that it was going to be over by at least round 5, but Tank chose to keep playing with him. So I was pretty upset about that. I did not expect for him to knock him out the way that he did, but I was happy that he did finally stop playing with him. But I noticed that his team kept saying, we need all these rounds. We need all these rounds. I have no idea what that meant, but
preparing for the decision.
Okay. But that overall, that was a great fight. It was. I enjoyed it.
If y'all could see the light in her eyes right now.
Yeah. I used to feel that way about that other one.
Oh, Deontay Wilder.
We won't even call his name. I don't know what happened with him. The nutritionist is what happened to him.
Yeah.
When he fired everybody and hired her, he just went downhill after that.
Hey, she made him lean.
How do you not feed a lion? Like, what you give him rabbit food? How he won't bulk up like that? I don't. Okay, I digress. Let's go back to the kitchen.
That is our resident boxing aficionado. B, you got anything to say before we run up out of here?
Nah, not much, man. Just, happy Father's Day to everybody. Appreciate everybody watching, listening, commenting. Make sure you like, subscribe on all our platforms, and until Tuesday.
Yeah, until Tuesday. Top 5 fictional sports people is the list on Tuesday. So until then, for the Midnight Rider who had to jump, I'm the big guy KG. That's the boss B up that side. That's the boss BJ. He pays all the bills. Happy Father's Day. Much love to everybody. Be safe. Eat good. And let's get ready for some basketball tomorrow. Until Tuesday, we don't do no overtime, y'all. We are out of here.